Yeah, I'm reading for the script of the nonchalant brother. It's gonna go like this.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Cannonballs to the left of me, cannonballs to the right. What was his name on Fresh Prince?
Who? Who?
De La Soul, De La Ghetto Soul.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The dark skinned
Cannonballs
dude.
to the left of me, cannonballs to the right. A real poetic, just a brother, because I come from the darkness of the night. When it was the night, then came the moon, then came the tides, and the waves assumed. After the waves assumed, in comes the sun to bring in the light, and up comes the picture to make it bright. Now, once it gets bright, that goes into
Ooh.
atom, which is a cell of the father to the mom. Mm. He manifested his dynasty as in destiny. So
Oh,
all descendants of Adam, the first male organism whose brain then manifested Eve, and Eve begins with everything because you cannot spell everything or everybody without Eve. It's all in the mess ages. It's people still living a mess in their age of life, and it's
no, no,
people
that's
that live in the past age
what's
of
wrong with it?
life to know the passage. The vibration of the phone is to remind yourself the vibration of the vocal voice on the chords of the box that atom also appears in when they say Adam's apple. So that's how you get misconstructed with what is a apple, because they call it now Adam's apple, which is a male voice that carries a higher vocal cord than a female's. So no matter how deep her voice is, it still will not have that of a male essence. And then a male can have a light voice, but it still will not have that of a female chord because of the maturity levels that rose into the two. And to stop the maturity level, there was a thing called unisons. Unisons was males that castrated themselves, and when them castrated themselves, what they ended up doing was cutting off that vocal cord so their voices stayed high pitched in order to sing. It's a deep story behind that. That's probably why they got ushers now. And then you got
Oh.
the usher that be dancing his way around what he did to Justin Bieber.
Now, why is it when I
Like
get a
glove service.
is it when I get a collection removed, I only get 1 point, but then when a balance or something increase, they take me down 17 points. That makes no
Because
sense.
the credit system is a game that they made you identify by. So if you borrow the credit of them, it leads to losing the credit of others sometimes because other people be like, well, you got that off credit.
Oh no,
You
what
know what I'm
man?
saying?
That
It's
don't
people
make
that
no
play games
sense.
with their minds and people that play games with their hands. So whatever you can craft up in this universe, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna get you by. Either it's gonna be the credit or it's gonna be the hand maneuvers. Cha.
You know what I'm saying? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
That's why we live by the debit, because we stay in debt. I stay in debt with debit. That's spell the same thing. Put it back together. I'll be looking at words like it's Jenga and Scrabble. They stack on top of each other. You take them letters and you take the alphabet of them letters and you see how many words you can make out of it, and you see you pick your poison. Like when you see the word snake, you know what I mean? It's somebody that's sneak.
You know
You know
what?
what I'm
You talk.
saying?
You remind me of what's my man's name
Who?
with the shades and the do rag.
Shades and a do-rag.
Neon.
You talking about Saiyan Man?
Neon. Neon.
Gohan?
Who?
Gohan off Dragon Ball Z?
No, Nemo.
Nemo.
What's my man's
Is you talking
name?
about 19 Keys?
Who? No, the dude with the YouTube. channel.
Oh, you
With
talking
the
about
white
neural
people.
knowledge? Because
Neuro.
neural knowledge know Jesus real because he know he a historian, so he know how history go and how manifestation techniques work. So with him being a historian, neuro is literally the Caesar that took over after Jesus death. And when he took over after Jesus' death, the Christian religion started. And when the Christian religion formed, he didn't want the Christians to be part of the Roman society, and they end up burning that shit down. So he had to make them part of it because the mindsets of them was too strong, and he couldn't conquer over that. So it don't matter what type of king people was. Christianity was like literally the melting pot of all kingdoms. That's why Christians now, you be thinking they peaceful people, that they had to
They
calm
not.
them. They had to calm them down. They had to calm them down and try to speak peace into them because they was going savage after Jesus. Because you got to really think about it. You think people is not gonna get revenge after they just watched their brother pass away like that, and all he did was speak nothing but good, and then the people in the book is witnesses to say that he didn't do nothing wrong, but they still saw wrong by him. So now, when we in this reality, it's people that always criticize Jesus because they don't read the book or his words for themselves. They just go off of what other people' concept of Jesus is, and they mad
Right.
at other people instead of actually digging and doing research. So they gonna be in their own dirt because at the end of the day, everything is still a reason behind it. So I feel like with God being so powerful, what type of test would God put out here for people to understand other people? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why you put that test of Jesus out there. And when you talk to certain people, you see how it's spiritual people. When you just say the word Jesus, they go crazy. I'm
Mm.
talking about they go crazy because they don't believe. They so scarred, but that's because they didn't know like how I don't know. It's weird. Something might have happened to them in their past that scarred them so bad in their childhood that with that
Right.
trauma being them, they didn't escape that. You know, so it would have happened when they was a kid, but they can be 35 still thinking of things that happened to them at 5, like Oprah. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like she can still look at it, well, oh, I don't care. I don't care if people still don't know everything I went through as a kid. And now she done had
Yeah.
billions of people following her, all these fans, stuff like that, but still in her mind, they don't know. They don't know me. They don't know what I've been through. They don't, because it's still stuck in her mind. Like, so she end up letting that follow her mind for the amount of days she lived instead of like
Mm.
learning it takes 7 days to get something out your mind.
Huh.
Like it takes 7 days to get something out your mind because you cannot focus on it because it's always gonna ring a bell in there. If it always ring a bell in there, it always come up with oh, what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got your mind is curiosity and stuff like that. It just like it shapes how everything is supposed to be created in our universe.
Mm.
Everybody
Right.
walking universe, planets. We leave, go somewhere after this. Some people already know, like when you leave, you create your own world, but that's because you have to have that mindset and enough people to follow you to that world. But it's not like a cult thing, but it's just like I know which people and personalities I like of this person that I would want to take to me in the next world. So they
Right.
would already be shed of all the negative personality traits they
Mm.
because they're gonna be themselves in the next world. Like when Chopper was talking about, we know who Puff Daddy is from what we saw, but we don't know what God know about Puff Daddy because we ain't met the who he gonna be when he like 60 or 70 or if prison changed his whole identity of who he is because he's still like a very constructive and mindset person that got a lot of things that he wanted done by the power of his manifestation. So even if people did stuff against their will, he kind of forced them to do it by making them think it would be a good idea.
Mm.
He know how he got the gift of gab. He can
Right.
talk and lure anybody and anything. So
That's what
shit.
Mama said she got.
Yeah, if he not only do it to if he not only did it to the people that he tricked that came out to talk about how dirty he is, he do it to the same people, you know what I'm saying, that he
Yeah.
do business with too. Because that conversation still goes on in other areas, not just in the mind. You gotta like bring that out. So like all our thoughts, all our conversations still get recorded. Like it'd be
Well,
crazy when we go to heaven. It's just a foul on everybody. And people can just like it's gonna be a whole library. So you want to just look up everything, put up the internet. But that's almost what the internet is now. It's the new
it,
haven.
it
Like
is some, but if you know, with the internet, it's a way that you can stay low and not be on the internet like that. I mean, you can. I mean, I don't think nobody. I ain't gonna say nobody, but you know, it's some people that I know that is not even on social media at all. Kind of like Key. I'm proud of her. She
yeah,
really. I mean, I think she got Instagram, but sometimes she deactivate that. But with just think, you said a foul, you know, of everything, your whole life. Just think of your whole. You can't hide from God. You can hide from people.
yeah.
You
Can't
can
hide from
hide
God,
shit from
especially if they
people,
know
but
you got on your mindset.
just you can't hide. That's if you really, really think about that. Like
Cause with every
nothing.
24 hours, we always gotta go back to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? At the end of
Yep.
the day, like
Yep.
so
Can't
in
hide from
24
yourself.
hours, you done show 2 hours to somebody, this is who you think I am. 2 hours
Hmm.
to another group of people, this is who you think I am. You know what I'm saying? But then when it comes to that full 24 hours, that person is still stuck in that body and that mindset, and then everybody starts seeing more and more of that person rotten ways because it can only last for so long until another person finally be like, damn, I was in a spell and they snap out of it. Because
Yep. That's true.
when Kanye was in Jay-Z's spell, Jay-Z was his mentor. So when somebody is your mentor, they already in your mentality. And when he went on stage for Beyonce, that was for Jay-Z. It wasn't for
Mm-hmm.
Kanye. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was doing something big for The Rock, but he was carrying The Rock for Jay and Jigga Man.
Mm-hmm.
That was still by his choice and faith, and it still constructed his path where it went. You know what I'm saying? Made him still the big artist that people are now knowing to always speak his mind. So if he don't speak his mind, he ain't being himself.
I don't know that little short film that we had watched that what's my man not Elon, how you say his name, Elon Noah or whatever, you know, the black dude,
Yeah,
when he was playing Yay, that made me look at him a lot different. I don't know what it was about that film, but I guess just showing like the chaos that's in his head. I don't know what this. You know, we are our own worst enemies, and it's like sometimes you just. I don't know. He just to me, he just seemed just lonely, but
yeah.
that his kids is probably the most joy that he has, or the only time that he really find joy
Yeah, it's
or
peaceful.
have peace.
It's ring. Then that documentary they put out on him on Netflix, where it
Oh
showed
yeah, yeah,
just
that too. That
the
really,
belief power, because they was really coming from so many doors being slammed in his face to
right,
he got dang opened up one himself. So that's why you don't be dormant. Like no spirit of rejection when you know yourself and what you can make to the world. It's like shit, they turn me down. Like me filling out 80 job application and getting denied so many, it's always just a thing of like they not denying me, they denying themselves of my service that I could have gave to them.
right,
So
like
if
yeah,
they give it to somebody else, they could be better qualified on paper, but then they might not transition to the real property of their body. You know, 'cause shoot, everything I was trying to fill out for is mainly based off communications. It's just how you talk to people. All sales is how you talk to people. All marketing, how you talk to people. Even security is how you talk to people. Like
yeah,
that's the greatest thing. How they feel around your energy and stuff. And if they feel your energy, you don't leave their mind because they sometimes worry about people, you know what I'm saying? Just like they worry about themselves.
right. Hmm.
Hey, let me get that cutie
What
behind you.
is it? Uh,
Yeah,
yep.
this look like the
Oh, you got two.
I yeah, because you always say I don't bring you up one.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Cause that other one, that shit hard to peel. Be making a mess.
Then when you look at these, oh, them joints is good though. Them other ones too.
Oh yeah, they are.
Like
That's why I
you
wanted
probably
to
get
get them,
down.
but trying to peel them bitches. Woo-wee.
This look like to us a little chewy mandarin orange, but then with the if you was a mouse, it look like a pumpkin. That's why this look like a sad Cinderella stick.
Uh,
So it's not just how you see it, how everybody else view the world. Cause man, those animals they see some shit too. It'd be funny if animals be speaking English in their mind though. Cause
right.
in all sense, shit, it's
Yeah, they
still
be
the language of
communicating.
God. They still communicate somehow. Like you know, what I'm saying these motherfuckers done kicked us out the forest, and they like, hey, God, just like, hey, they getting kicked out their home too, my nigga. Yeah,
Right.
it's a spell pass. Everyone's getting a spell from the
I
land.
seen a big ass tent. I can't remember where I was at though. Like a big. Uh, dang, what was I? What was I? I mean, that thing was tall. I said, "Oh shit, they got a little hotel." I know like it's a few people that probably live in there. That shit sad though.
I remember my first time seeing Tent City. I'm talking about, cause I ain't never knew it existed till I went uptown. When I went up there, I was like, yo, this how homeless people really live? It made me look at anybody that pretended to be homeless in a whole different light.
Cause a lot of them people still working stuff.
Yep.
Work, they got cars and everything, but just
They got kids, dogs, all that over there. Like,
just it's housing. Stupid here.
it ain't
Building
just
all
housing,
this
it's their
stuff.
credit though. Cause
Credit, yeah.
once you make the money, if your credit ain't right, it don't mean nothing. It mean you just gotta pay
Yeah, I
more money.
know. Oh, I know.
It just mean you're not gonna get the benefits that other people got. And that don't make sense because it's like, well, since you don't got credit, we know you can work harder.
Much.
It just be money going on the table. And with me doing math, I'm like, when I stayed in that one apartment, I had to pay the extra 125 a month to my credit. I'm like, so y'all already want people to make three times. Then you want, I guess they look at it as you bought something and you still, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, I ain't really even, like, if you don't even manage your credit, it's already bad. Because you ain't even used it.
Yep. They're saying no credit is worse than bad credit.
And they ain't got no financial
You
history.
know, and what you gonna do? At least with bad credit, it's like, okay, they paid, they were late, what, how many times? Or maybe they paid something off, but you just didn't pay it off when it was supposed to be paid, or, you know, you just left some shit out there. You still got a lot of collections and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's basically how you financially fit in the system.
Yep.
So they like, well, we need your financial record because we got your personal record, we got your background record, we got your your every passage that you went through, but we still need more judgmental mindset on how we're gonna do it. Because we not judging you, we just putting you through a computer.
But it's messed up because they don't even know what was going on in your personal life during that
That's
time.
why I said they just put you through a computer and let the
Yeah.
computer figure out your algorithm form.
Who you are.
hmm So they done made a whole digital copy of the. So we explain Get Out. The other thing that would be what us is about. That's our shadow
Well,
person.
us is we are our own worst enemy. Like you said, at the end of the day, like you can be with somebody, you can talk to them all the time, you can, you know, you could be in a relationship with somebody, y'all live together, you see them every day. when you wake up in the morning, you see them. Before you go to sleep, you see them and stuff. But that person still don't know every single thing about you, and the thoughts that you may have in your mind. You the only one that know every single thing
Yeah, about the mind.
about you. You know what I mean? And just like with God, like the God in you. That's how you gotta
That's
find out if you gonna tap into that or not.
but
But
that's what we were saying about get out. I was saying with us, what I'm thinking with the financial thing is because they showed that it's a connection, right? So
hmm
it would be in a connection. That's why they're showing the world, everybody holding their hands and stuff together. So by us being in America, all of us are like all these different nationalities, personalities, and things because it's so many different mindsets and state of minds here, and they got us divided in states and stuff. With us, they had a clone version of them.
yeah.
So I'm saying like our financial, like everything they put on the system is a clone version of us. So
hmm
people can try to. That's sometimes what you got to fight, what you know through all that stuff online. Because every time you go to somebody, you battling yourself with that system.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's true.
so, when they went on vacation, it could have been another concept. Like, damn, they went on vacation with bad credit cards. And they sit there struggling the whole time to get back home. His brother,
That might, you know what?
look,
That might be a good. That might be a good movie or something.
look, the brother playing with fire the whole time because that's the one that's like, man, if we burn all this shit down, we get all this storage from it. He's just like, burn this shit down, but it's too much.
But
And the farmer up there like, I'm trying, man, I'm trying. I'm trying to steal the boat. Can't even get the boat.
oh man,
I can't even get on the ship, man. And the mama, you don't know where she at no more. She like, I told him. Well, she done came back a whole nother person. This man done messed up my
right.
whole trip.
Speaking of mamas, one day we're gonna have to get into Florida,
For you talking about the
Florida Evans, because that bitch was the devil.
mm,
Good times, mama was devil.
you know, the one
Devil.
that was that's the one that
No
was
Nick,
always
Florida. Oh,
nervous.
huh?
The one that was always nervous.
I always talking about that white Jesus and praising them and gotta do right. They could have got out the hood so many different times, but Florida always James got that money from the robbery. He robbed the place. I can't remember. I think he found a bag of money or something, and she said they needed to turn it in. Why? That was free money.
Well, you know how reality go. Ain't nothing free for no nigga.
That was
You
free
get that
money.
money
But
on the
after
ground, you spend that, they go to your finance. They
I
like,
know, but when they turned it in or whatever, the whole hood was clowning them.
yeah.
And putting leaving little dolls and stuff in front of the house, like just calling them stupid. Like the church, even the preacher came looking for a little handout. Like y'all found that money, you got a reward. They gave him like I think some coupons.
Yeah.
That was the reward. They gave him coupons or something, but she said it was the right thing to do. Right? But yeah, so I have to get into that one day. You have to watch
Her
some
demon was her
episodes.
nervous system. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause that's why her nerves was always bad. What's her name? Wheezy?
No, Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, you
Who's
think of
Wheezy then?
Wheezy is that's
Jefferson's.
Jefferson's. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Florida. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, her mom was always singing. Man, mom was always singing. Sunken mom. She was in her sunken place with the
Yeah, we yeah,
with the white folks.
yeah. Weezy was cool. George was crazy. George was racing. And he like what up? Yeah. He was about his money.
Yeah,
He just wanted his money, his
that
moolah.
explains that explains a lot about racism too. Like some people just don't like people. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
You
It's
would
just
think
stupid question.
it's a white or black thing, but they're like, no, I just don't like personalities, not even
Yeah,
my own.
right. It's just the
Shit,
right.
I gotta look in the mirror and see myself and my struggles and what I went through and what I overcame, and then I don't care about what everybody else did.
Yeah, like Archie Bunker, and
Yeah,
it's crazy we can't have we can't we
those
ain't
are
have no
the
shit like that.
days
Damn, just let just
because
get money.
it's been going on for so long. Don't nobody like you can't really watch no more sitcoms. What else could they really show? You know what I'm saying? Now the show is
Yeah.
reality. Cause when you watch all them sitcoms, the last good few was like My Wife and Kid. Everybody Hate Chris might have been like one of the last running good sitcoms. You know what I'm saying? And then after that,
But I did like that. That's why I had like that show I was telling you about with who am I? George Wallace.
yeah,
George Wallace and hey, what's her
I feel
name?
like
I can't think her name, but it gave me like that old like that sitcom
yeah,
type feeling. Cause my family was a good one too, and
re
then that's all.
reality TV destroys
I don't
sitcoms
like
because
reality.
those were sitcoms of its own. But it's a way that it destroyed it. Reality TV messed it up because on sitcoms you just see the family, the personalities and stuff. But then
Yeah,
when you got reality TV, it's not reality though, but it's only reality because it still shows how they think. So
yeah.
when you see a scene, then they go to another scene where you getting inside the mind of somebody at that time.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
people
That
like
is
now
true.
because it explains what they was doing, how they reacted. So people now are really just more in the educational sense of watching entertainment without even knowing that they are because it's
Yeah.
still entertaining, but it's still educating them on how people minds work when they be in certain. Some people just they might think that reality is their reality and they mind start grabbing to all that, but. That's why I was just thinking Abbott Elementary and what you call it was a good show, The Office.
Oh yeah.
Cause it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
Cause they do that. Yeah.
yeah they got that off of what started off doing that Modern Fan not Modern Fan the Family Show Arrested Development
Yeah.
when the Arrested Development started that side. And Arrested Development was ahead of its time because when they came out, people didn't get it. So it wasn't
Right.
that funny to nobody. But then when Netflix brought it back out, everybody loved it. Because when The
Uh-huh.
Office got people and reality TV caught people up to that type of show, they're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, you can watch a fake show and it'd be like, you know what I'm saying, fake personalities because it's
And then
even
they tell it.
funnier.
Yeah.
That's the type of show I would make. Like if I ever had a show, like it's gonna be like it look like it'll be a reality show, but it's not because it's gonna be too fake in reality because everybody gonna pour too much into their characters. Like
So
on mine,
like house husbands. What is it?
yeah,
Real
Hollywood
husbands.
House
Yeah,
Husbands.
yeah.
Yeah,
Real. What is it called?
that's it.
Real.
Real Hollywood House Husbands. So, but
Real
that's
husbands.
how I be
Hollywood.
because I'm gonna pour into the like the passer character of me. Like I'm always these dang heathens, man. They don't know what they doing. They don't know what's wrong with them. They trying to get them to the light. You'll always be the conspiracy brother. What's aliens out here? You know what's aliens? They got
Yeah,
to be.
so
They
so
telepathically
Jerome
controlling you,
always so
brothers.
deep.
You ain't see how he acted. I told him. Look how I got under his skin. Now, God did that. I'm rent free in his head. And I'm only rent free because Jesus is the carpenter. And also the light of the sky is solid. I was thinking
I like it.
Zeus
What
being
is
the
it?
last watcher of humans to the eye of the sun, could that correlate to anything within the Bible and Jesus? That's a key fascinating interpretation. While Zeus, as a watcher through the eye of the sun, is a direct concept in the Bible, the imagery of light and the sun is prevalent in many spiritual traditions, including Christianity. In the Bible, Jesus is often referred to as the light of the world, symbolizing spiritual illumination and guidance. This can be seen in
I
the
ain't saying
parable of the
how
son's brother providing light and life. The Son of God and Son of Man titles emphasize Jesus' dual nature as both divine and human, bridging heaven and earth. While these connections might not be directly outlined in traditional theology, exploring them can offer new insights and perspectives. It's a wonderful way to delve deeper into spiritual symbolism and meaning. Anything else along these lines you'd like to explore?
so they be on it.
And then he said
Okay.
illumination of the world with the light, and that's where Illuminati come from, is the illumination of the illusion. You know what I'm saying? They at first wanted to be called the perfect ones.
Mm. Mhm.